How's it going, crew? Hope you're all doing alright from when last I saw you. Wanted to apologize real quick for having a little bit of a gap in between videos here. I've actually been working on something in the background for a little bit, something a little bit bigger scale than what I normally do. It's not yet ready and has a lot to do with scheduling certain times to do things, but I'm very hopeful that this will be something really worth the wait for you guys. I'm hoping that it will be either the next video or the next video that comes out on the channel. I don't want to spoil too much, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, the other day I was looking for something to do while, of course, streaming on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/givenlive, by the way. And of course, there's always the tried and true tier maker tier list. And I kind of made a hybrid, I would say, legacy wish list I would want. So if they were going to re-put in any heist from Payday 2 into Payday 3, what I exactly would want. And I spent about 3 hours talking about all the heists from Payday 2 and where I would put them. This video is going to be kind of the condensed version of that. I will have a link to my VOD channel in the description, so if you want to see me yap about all these heists for 3 straight hours, you're going to be able to do that. Do know, though, that if you do choose to watch the VOD, I was streaming at my girlfriend's house. Her mic isn't quite set up right yet, and I think there is some, like, there's a little bit of issues to it. It's not bad, but it's just not the standard I usually want to go for, so just try to keep that in mind. Anyway, we're going to condense down into about a top 5 legacy heist wish list. Number 5 is a weird one simply because it is a multiple day heist. It is the tried and true Hotline Miami heist. Now, what is there to say about this? This is a classic. Honestly, the dentist arc in Payday 2 when he was first introduced and all these heists that came out are, in my opinion, peak Payday. It is something that just has not been matched yet in just amount of and sheer replayability and fun factor. It's a bit weird putting Hotline Miami up here because it is a multiple day heist, and as you know, we only have single day heists in Payday 3. If I had to pick between one or the other, I would personally pick day 2, simply because we don't have really any assassination heists in Payday 3. I think it'd be kind of fun to have like a set target that we're going after. Plus, I really love the hybridness of day 2 in Hotline Miami, where you're basically doing nothing but hauling ass and moving up and up and up for the first half of the heist, then hunkering down, holding out while you wait to get the commissar out of his vault for the second part. It's just super fun. It's so solid. I never really feel bad playing this heist. It's something I would really want to come back. Number 4, we have The Diamond. This is such a classic in my eyes, mainly just because of a few reasons. Number 1, usually when a new heist comes out, and I've been doing this forever, feels like now, but usually when a new heist comes out, you want to simply just complete it on loud, maybe on like, a slightly lower difficulty, just so you can experience it, see what it's all about, learn the layout, and then go back and attempt it on a harder difficulty, and then even try to stealth it afterwards. However, when the diamond dropped back in the day, that was the heist where I said, no, I want to painstakingly put this at the hardest difficulty and stealth this thing the whole way through. And it took me a while. I think it took me a straight up day or so to figure it all out, to get all the loot, make sure we grab the diamond. It's so fun and it's unique with its layout. And I love this floor puzzle at the end here. It's something that I don't know why we haven't really done ever again. And even in Loud, this heist does have a crap ton of spawns. I remember whenever I needed to farm kills, I would actually load up the diamond on Loud just because there's so many cops spawning. I don't know if we would actually want to copy paste that part. Maybe we do. Maybe we do just want to have a barrage of cops hitting us. That's kind of what Fear and Greed is right now, you know what I mean? But I love the long sight lines. I love ducking into the side exhibits. What makes it feel like any type of weapon you bring is actually viable. And something about pulling off a nighttime heist at a museum just feels right, you know? We haven't really had another one of those. Coming in at number 3. All right, I promise this is the last heist that has the word diamond in it on this list. It's kind of funny having two. But Diamond Heist from Payday the Heist is my favorite from the first game. It is so freaking fun. It was kind of the introduction, I guess you could say, of stealth. It really had like a point you could get to if the codes worked to get into the vault. Then you still had to break the glass. And then it, went loud after that. Payday 2, when it got ported in, they made it a full stealth capability, which you'll love to see. And this is just, it's so fun to me. I love the covert opsness of like being in the sneaky gear, sneaking in, collecting all the sapphires, moving around all the guards, hacking the boxes to get into the giant vaults with all these beautiful gems in it. Not to mention that big red diamond, and every time it spawns, you know, you just can't help yourself. You really want to grab this thing. While this is my favorite heist from the first game, it's actually not the only one. So let's move on to number 2. You guys know it had to be here, right? Even though I just said Diamond Heist from Payday 1 is my favorite, you can't beat the classic. This is the heist, guys. Come on, it's First World frickin' Bank, okay? Literally is where it started at all. I mean, if you were playing the Payday 1 demo back on the PS3, they only gave you access to First World Bank, and man, it fucking just slaps. There is no cooler feeling than you and 3 other friends walking into this bank, scoping it out, then just working your way through it to work your way all the way in the back of the bank to where the vault is, then to finally get in and grab all that cash, to then have to fight your way all the way back out. It's so great. I have so many good memories on this heist, and I want that to continue. If we really were only to pick one heist to bring to Payday 3, that's from Payday the Heist, it has to be First World Bank, all right? I hear you, Panic Room boys. I really love that heist too. Believe me, it is in my has to come back, but not in the top 5, okay? I know Payday has kind of evolved into a game more about crime, but at its core, it's a bank robbing game. What better way to play this game than to rob a bank? I mean, Houston said it best back in the web series, robbing banks with your friends is fun. This heist is fun. Give us this heist back. And finally, if I could only have one heist from Payday 2 to put into Payday 3, it is going to be the best heist that that game had that was unique to Payday 2. That's the Big Bank. The Big Bank is so peak, man. It is honest to God the coolest freaking level they've ever done. I mean, they've come close, don't get me wrong. There are very, very good other heists. But man, my love for Big Bank, I will never, ever, ever get sick of playing this freaking mission, man. It's so good. Simply because of the pre-planning aspect in it, you're able to determine which way you got into the vault, whether drilling into it with the beast and having to go all the way up to this crane to grab this pig Floyd and get its parts to repair it, or to take a longer time to get into the vault with thermite, but you never had to fix anything. That's a cool option. Plus, the amount of ways you could escape. There was the original on the helicopter, there's the van, there's C4 tunneling, there's the bus escape. Man, like, one of my old friends back in Payday 2 made this really funny joke whenever you use that phone to summon the bus escape, where he picked up in a panic and just said, "Hello, is this the bus?" And then it just drove straight through the wall. It is one of the best moments in gaming I have in my memory. There's no cooler feeling than getting into that vault, seeing how large it is, how filled it is. Plus, every deposit box has valuables in it, so you don't waste your time by lock picking them. It's just so good. Every play style feels valid. You know, shotguns, LMGs, snipers, assault rifles, SMGs, pistols, akimbo, anything. This is what Payday is, in my opinion, is the big bank heist. And Golden Shark does not come close to it. I mean, maybe if they removed circles, but honestly, Golden Shark to me feels just like a step down from what Big Bank was. I would put Golden Shark as like the 3rd best bank heist we have ever gotten, kind of behind Big Bank and First World Bank. But yeah, this is too good to pass up. I really hope everyone else is kind of voicing this because I do want Big Bank to return more than anything. More than anything. I would do nothing but play Big Bank for a week if they added this. Okay, and that's about it. Something kind of short and sweet I wanted to get out for you guys just to say hi, hello, how are you? We still haven't gotten the updated UI update in October that the devs mentioned was coming. I think they're saying now it's going to be either end of the month / early November. Once that drops, you guys will have an updated my current thoughts and opinions on the game because that'll be the last part of the anniversary update. That's kind of the end of year 1 in my eyes, even though we've already passed the date. There's no real like new content coming out, but that'll be kind of like, you know, how the game is played at that point. I want to review it then rather than now and be like, oh yeah, it might be better in a couple of days. All right, crew, that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Make sure to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/givenlive. Links will be in the description. Feel free to join our Discord, follow me on all the socials, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.